National Instructional Media Institute presents online courses, Principles of Teaching, Unit 10, Lesson number 1, Presentation Skills and Dale's Cone Experiences.
Good morning to all. My name is V. Darasegaran, Assistant Director of Training, retired from CTI. Now it is National Skill Instructor Training Institute. Today class, I am going to take the Unit 10, in that one, the presentation skills and Dale's Cone experiences. This objectives of this is explain presentation of skills, explain elements of skills, explain Dale's Cone experiences. What is the presentation of the skill? See here, while you are delivering a lecture, while you are presenting a topic, this is my lesson plan. You should have, while taking the class, you should have your lesson plan in your hand, which will take you in sequence the subjects what you are going to present. So, in the presentation of the skills, we have got, in many occasions as a trainer, you have to make a formal presentation. Appearance before an interview committee, participation in a group of discussion, presentation of a lecture before students or the audience. These are the effective presentation. For better presentation, what you have to follow? You have to follow, plan and organize your presentation. You have to plan it, how to present, that is more important. Analyze the available details, whatever the material available for that particular topic, you analyze it and then you present it. Prepare well. Before presenting, you should prepare yourself, whatever the topic, even in your language. That language what you are using, that you have to prepare it well. You should have a good language control while you are presenting. Gather supporting evidence for your presentation. What you are going to present, for that you have to collect some material, evidence for that. You have to give a proof for that. Develop the ideas. Prepare visual aids related to the topic, and that you will deliver the presentation. Then only your presentation will have the more effective and it will be a better presentation. Elements of the skill. Skills in teaching practice, what is the element? What are the important points, some important points? Lack of continuity. What is the meaning of lack of continuity? We will see it. Lack of fluency, use of words and phrases. Lack of continuity. When I presenting a subject, I should finish it correctly. It's a language is more important. In which language you are presenting, you should have a good control on your language. That's why in principle of teaching we said, you should present the language in their mother tongue. When learner learns in their own mother tongue, he can learn more. He can understand very clearly. So, the continuity means when you are presenting, of the way you should not stop it. The sentence should be completed. When I said the fluency, the language fluency, you should use correct language, means control the language, not using a colloquial words while presenting the lecture or your presentation. You should not use the confusion words, vague words, which are not understood by the trainees. Maybe, no, these things you cannot use it because it will not give you any meaning. The next one, the skills of simulation and variation. To secure and sustain trainees' attention to what is being taught. Attention tends to shift one stimulus to other. Change the trainees' attention, drawing the behavior in class. What to change, when to change, how to change. This requires the skills in part of the trainer or the instructor. Skill is named as stimulus variation. So, these are the points which is under stimulus variation. What you are going to be taught, in that they have to pay their attention. For that you have to stimulate them. You have to create a interest among the trainees. Attention tends to shift one stimulus to another. Sometimes this attention or this motivation from one to another it may shift. That should be avoided. It should be cut by change the trainee's attention, drawing the behavior. What to change, when to change, and how to change. The instructor should have that ability. Then only the stimulus of the class will be maintained. So these skills are named as what? Stimulus variation. Students' attention, what they are bearing in their mind. That is intensity of the students. How much interest they got in the class. The contrast, the meaning, the movement, how not only the students' movement, even the instructor's movement. And the eccentricity of the size, when I am taking a model or object, whatever the chart I am showing on the board, that size and other things. And while taking the class, what you say, memory, I am vomiting. It should be a novelty. There must be novelty while you are taking a class. The students should hear with interest your speech. Striking or unusual quality. You should not get some unusual quality, you should not present before the trainees. Your self-activity, it should create interest among the trainees. And then systematically you have to define the form. Whatever you taking the topic, and that topic should be systematically, it should be defined one by one sequence. What is first, what is second, what is third, and like that. Then the audio visual. Related audio visual means not something to show the trainees, and that audio visual, and it should be related to the trainees. So the teacher and trainer, their personal behavior, and that also takes more important in the student's attention. If there is no attention by the trainees, your teaching will not have any effective at all. What are the components? Movements, gesture, change the speech pattern, focusing, change in interaction styles, pausing, changing in sensory focus, and physical involvement of students. Next, what are the skills? Illustrating with examples. That has got some components in that one. What are the skills? Formulating relevant examples. Formulating relevant examples. Formulating simple examples. Formulating interesting examples. Using appropriate media for example. Using examples in inductive and deductive approach. Suggestion for reaching through illustration, purpose of questioning, order of questioning, skill of fluency in questioning. So these are the points, or these are the facts which illustrating the examples of the skill. Next we will go for the components in that one. We have got three components in the questioning: structure, process, and product. The questioning, that should be avoided. What type of questions should be avoided? Skill proving questions, response management. There are two. One, skill proving questions and response. The question should be avoided by said earlier. What is that? You are asking a question. I am asking whether it is correct. Boy said yes. The other boy said yes. No, it should not be like that. The answer should be just like a hammering. It should not be a guessing, yes or no. Yes or a no. So seeking for the information. So the question, what you are framing, you should submit, you should seek, you should achieve, or you should get some information. Refocusing. What is said earlier, it should be focused again. And redirection and increasing critical awareness. And these are the structures coming under the component. The next one, skill in reinforcement and feedback of skill. Skill of reinforcement. How a skill can be strengthened. You are building your pillar. You are giving a reinforcement for the pillar. What is meaning of the reinforcement there? You are giving us some bars inside, and then it is binded by the wires, and then the box is made. Then the concrete is poured into that. That is a reinforcement for that pillar. It will bear heavy load. Without any reinforcement, if you construct the pillar, it will break, it will not take any load at all. Similarly, in the skill also, we should have a reinforcement and feedback. In that, we have got two types. One is a negative, the other one is a positive. Use of the positive verbal reinforcements, that is orally. Orally, what I am speaking, that is a verbal instruction, not written instruction. And non-verbal means without verbal, you can show some media, that is also a reinforcement. Instead of I am giving a speech, I am explaining by an illustration, and that is also a non-verbal information. Use of extra verbal reinforcers. In verbal research, others, what are the extra reinforcers verbal? By recording. Recording is also verbal, you cannot see, you can only hear. What I am speaking, only you can hear. Understood, easily it should be understood. And then we come for I am using the blackboard or whiteboard. We are having nowadays as a whiteboard. What are the components and how we can use the whiteboard or how we can use a blackboard? While writing on the blackboard, legibility is more important. The trainee should see each and every letter is correct. The alphabets, that also I can give an example. A patient has come to a doctor. The doctor has written the prescription, go to the computer, take the medicine. The computer sees, so you see the patient, okay, doctor has written, why I should go and ask him? He has made a mixture, he has gurney, he has taken it. After some time, this fellow was coming under there, he was challenged by the loose motion. He came to the doctor, sir, I have taken the medicine, getting the loose motion. No, get the prescription. Doctor said, I have given correct medicine. He called the computer. You have given a loose motion medicine. Sir, you have written like this because what he has written, he has understood in the wrong way, but the doctor has written in correct way what he is thinking. So the legibility is more important, or else it will communicate a different meaning. You have to maintain neatness of the blackboard work. While writing on the blackboard, I should not write one on the top, one on the bottom. The neatness is maintained. And suggestion for using the blackboard. What are the suggestions when using the blackboard? Perception, cognition, and the action. These are the components of the teaching skills. Now you can see the chart, which is the core teaching skills. The skill of reinforcement, the skill of illustration, the skill of response or management, the skill of questioning, the skill of stimulus variation, and the skill of examples or examination. The next one, what the chart you can see, that is skill of introducing the lesson. How you can introducing a lesson? Using appropriate devices, maintenance of the continuity, relevancy of the verbal or non-verbal behavior, arouse interest. So the skill of introducing a lesson. As an instructor, while you are taking the class, you can refer the lesson plan. There is nothing wrong in it. So that is using appropriate devices, the maintenance of the continuity, relevancy of the verbal and non-verbal behavior, then creating the interest. There you have got desirable behavior and undesirable behavior. The behavior is what? Your action. The change in your action. That's a behavior. So what is a desirable behavior? Introduction statement. A statement where you are taking the topic, you are giving a introductory. And finally your conclusion. That's concluding statement. Use of explaining the links one to other. You are linking simple to complex or one example to the other example. And the visual technique, what you are seeing and what type of technique is used in that one. Defining the technical words. Some technical words may not be understood by the trainees. And that technical word, you should explain what is that technical word. That is a term used in the technology. Testing the students' understanding. After you have finished, whether your explanation reached or not, so you should have test. That's in lesson plan. We have got that is the application. If you answers correctly, what you have taken, your subject, what you have presented for that topic, it reaches. If your answer is not correct, it means that he has not, or your presentation is not correct, or he may not attend, his attention may not be correct. Undesirable behavior. What is the undesirable behavior? The statement may not be correct. Irrelevant statement. The statement may not be related to that topic. Lack of continuity. What we have said earlier. Lack of fluency and words and phrases. Last objective, the Dell's cone of experiences. So, the concrete experiences are given at the bottom and the abstracts are given in the top, that is peak of the cone. So, what is the bottom? The following are the bottom and peak abstract of the cone. It is a direct purposeful experiences given. The contrary experience, demonstration, studying, exhibits showing the charts and other things, television and motion pictures, visual symbolic and verbal symbolic. Visual symbolic means you are seeing, it may be a chart, okay, it may be a film, so that is a visual. Verbal symbolic, only you are hearing, and that is a verbal symbolic. And next one, the major modes of learning Dell cone of experience. Dell cone of experience means he is a gentleman, the man who has invented this. By his experiences, he stated all this in a model of a cone. His name is Dell. So, this model is called as a Dell's cone of experience. So, what are the major modes in that one? Condition, imitative, trial and error, investigative, expansive learning, positive and active aspects of the cone experiences, correct and abstract aspects in the cone experience. Next, the last one is the model based on Dell's cone of experience. This is also similar to what we have seen in the first one. So, in the bottom is the concrete is given, design and perform, verbal symbolic, hearing, olfactory experience, that is smell, what you are smelling. By means of smelling you can find, and gustatory experience, by tasting whether it is hot, what do you say, whether it is sweet or not. Tactile, that is kinetic experience, by touching it, tough, and feeling. Visual symbolic, visible, what you are seeing, that is the visual symbolic. Still picture, radio and recordings, the one sense, eye or hearing. In that we are applying only one sense, whether eye or only hearing, which exhibits demonstration. Dramatization means he is acting. The teacher is acting. Then only students can clearly understand. The virtual learning of experiences. Then 4-dimensional experiences. Then the learning experiences by computer technology. All the technology is computing. And then that's called as ubication learning experiences. Direct purposeful experience and critical appraisals. So, the cone is explaining all the stages in the learning experience. What is it defined? The micro teaching, and that we will see in the next class.
Hope you all understand this lesson.